Alright. Dang, that's crazy. 75% already. That's crazy. I mean, I haven't played during the Savage Planet at all, but that's insane already to me. 100% goals are ambitious. Okay, I'm going to try and see if this will work. Cleft the final boss right now, but I want all the side quests done. Gotcha. I I think that's the best way to go about any game. Is you take all the side quests and then come back. Okay, here. We're gonna try. Actually, I need to make sure that this will do what I want. Alright, I'm gonna test this and we'll see. Okay, it does. Cool. Can you see what I see? Can you see a title screen here? And my mouse, preferably. You see it? Awesome! This was the problem last time. As you guys can see, it was stuck on the title screen. So theoretically, is it too loud or is that volume good? Theoretically, it'll actually work now. See both. See both? Wait, both as in as in the game that you're seeing the title screen right now. I'm on the title screen. Okay, mouse and title. Perfect. Okay. We'll say begin the game. Increase volume a bit? Yeah, no problem. Oh, I had to do it from the other thing. Hold on. Here, we'll switch this back. That's a lot nicer because I don't want to expose all my settings. Here, we'll fix this. Okay, and there will be narration too. So you get the joy of that. Oh, it's on ending stream. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Boop. Okay. Should have changed back now. Do you see it? Is the volume okay? I think it's supposed to be quiet in this area. Question mark? Not ending stream. Not ending stream. I promise. Don't worry, Minty. All good now? Perfect. Okay. So this is the beginner's guide, which is like a series of games all in one, if I had to describe it. But it'll get explained to you too. It's a beautiful game. Oh, please make sure audio is on. Are you seeing that? Do you read that? Beautiful controls. You're not seeing just the title screen anymore, right? I want to make sure.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide. My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008
Perfect.
and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff, and his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And
There we go.
mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
Oh, no, it's okay, Minty.
So, it's 2008. Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So,
Ah,
this was just
right.
how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com. Okay, that's about it for introduction.
Here we go.
Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
I was really tempted to email his email at first. When I played this game for the first time, because I do have experience in it, and this door always looks super small.
Warning. Whisper machine active. Shift destruction imminent.
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Yep, okay. Cool. Spaceship time, spaceship time. Can I? Yes, okay, I couldn't remember. I can shoot. Good times. Phew. Go in here.
Security call reached.
Boop.
Hostile alien life form inbound.
Boop.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere.
Oh.
But then clearly there are no enemies anywhere.
I'm out of
You
bullets.
can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets. But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is.
Oh, I can't go
And
through
I
that.
think
Oh,
that we should talk
those.
about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
I wonder if I could have gone through those before the doors closed. We never
I
tried
love
that.
how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Oh yes, these three dots. Remember that. That's one. Okay. Yay. Okay. Labyrinth time.
Apparently this space station has a labyrinth on it.
Oh shit.
Sure, I don't know.
Sure.
There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Aw. I think I
Okay,
wonder if
this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the Whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
is this whole game just going through this one person's unfinished
you there,
games?
in the
Basically.
engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the Whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Such an interesting direction to take it. Yes, it is like a collection of unfinished games in a way. But it's very, very interesting. This one is not my favorite of them.
This is not a branching point, unfortunately. The only option is to step into the beam.
I've never heard that piece of narration before from waiting there.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
So we'll go into the beam. Yep. As you do,
The beam
casually.
causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed
Just
against
see
all of the
every other
hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Okay, here we go. November 2008. Oh, it's this one. Okay. This is Pathfinder.
Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
Oh, it's so bizarre. Okay, go. I don't like that there's holes. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh,
So it's a short and relatively minimalist experiment combining motion and
fall into
narrative.
the holes?
It is
Okay.
less advanced than
Oh.
the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused,
Oh.
more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather
Why
than
does the
simply
keep
basing it
changing?
on a pre-existing trope.
I guess I can't fall in the holes. Oh. It stops when looks becomes clear. The future is always behind her. How would you find the strength? These are cool stairs. To confront it.
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends.
One of them.
Didn't need anything more than that. Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
Alright. Oh. It gives me very Slenderman vibes, this area. Oh. You're now entering. Just the walking sound, the gravel, and the darkness with the flashlight. Oh.
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game
Woo.
won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Bum, bum, bum. December 2008.
Oftentimes,
Nonsense in
Coda
your
would put
direction.
bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Oh. Okay.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his
Feels
work
like
as
just
he was
mods of
making it.
other games.
Once
it
he
does.
stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
It's like, here we go, we've got Gary's mod, and then, we got Slender in the other one, and they're all just secretly ports. Oh. We're slowing down. Oh.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone,
Dev is dead.
why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
I think it is possible to actually make it to the top of the stairs just going the slow speed. We'll hit enter and take it that way. Okay. Well, everyone talking people them pursuing their hopes and dreams. Normal game, we have to scream into a mic every 15 seconds to keep playing. A key in one game locks the door in a completely separate game.
A room that's warm,
You are a
and
gate.
nice, and filled with little ideas for games.
Sharks are trying to eat you simultaneously.
Coda would
trying
often
to eat the
tell me that
sharks.
he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
Interesting. Given from the posters and concept art showing what the game is intended to be. Kind of reminds me of the Stanley Parable too. Oh, January 2009. Month later? Ready, set, fish. Oh, and I haven't seen the 3 dots again at all. Okay, here we go. Wait, there's something. Maybe it's not over here. Okay, Go
Well,
down.
this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Turn our game audio just a little. Here. Turn it down just a bit. You tell me if that's good. I'm trying to make sure you can hear the narration. Okay, so this puzzle is fairly simple. Because at first it's just like, oh, well, you can't get through door. But it's one of those puzzles where you kind of have to think inside the box. I'll tell you if an issue arises. Okay, perfect.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle
Ah.
again soon.
3
We're gonna
dots.
see it a lot.
That's 2. I want to see how many I can find. I feel like there's supposed to be one in every level, but I don't know.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk
Yay.
down the corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end.
Woo.
Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay. So, boop.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
January 2009. You are now exiting.
Aha. So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp
spooky.
until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
March 2009. The Great and Lovely Descent. Okay, yes. I really like this one. We're in white space.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Does coding once.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source.
Interesting.
Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well.
Okay.
The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative
can I
work
get
they're
over
going to
there?
end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to
Can I get
notice
over
how
here?
they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at
Whew.
producing linear, boxy
Oh.
corridors.
Dang it. I've never been able to do that before. I never thought about it at least, but I can't open that door. Kinda makes me want to make these kind of games myself, doesn't it? Because you see it and it's just like, it seems so easy. It seems so simple. Like, let's do it. It's things like this that made me want to like make a text adventure. Just because. Like, it wasn't even an assignment that I had in school. But I made it during robotics. It's like, oh no. Whew, it's like extra credit almost. Dang it. My parkour skills aren't that bad. And it just makes you think, you know, like being a creator just seems like so much fun. And getting to make dumb little ideas. Oh no, dang it. I want to actually do it. Always gotta start with a platformer though. Not me. No, I started with a choose your own adventure Text adventure. Oh, that's my first game, technically. And I almost made a version of, like, Pong at one point, and it didn't work out. Did not work out. Okay, just a light. Fun staircase. Oh, whoa. I think it wasn't the thing you're using now. That's because you're a nerd. Ouch. Oh, okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, fun. Oh, cool. Elevator. You're going to jail. Oh gosh. Can I? Oh, I can't actually leave that. I have to go in.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Woo. Whoa. Okay, never mind.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. Kodo's my spirit animal. Okay, is there glass over that? Okay, there is. Interesting. So I guess you have to go down the full way. Also, I don't know what the static noise is, but it always it bothers me. The absolute madman. Hundreds of empty rooms. Ah, there you go. That's 3. 3 sets. 3 dots. To be fair, Stanley Parable Dev deserved Stanley Parable Dev deserved trying to be a True. Imagine that guy.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
There we go. Will we get through here? No. Because same solution. Yay! Boom. Speed
There's
run.
still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Oh, you explore every nook and cranny? Play this game then. True. True. Get destroyed. Imagine Stanley Parable Dev. Here we go. Oh. You there?
Here,
Did you come
Coda
from up
begins
above?
using
What was
a
up
kind
there?
of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Okay, so I can say there was a world stamped with whiteness and an enormous prison spent hours in those photocolored blocks. There was an enormous prison I spent hours in. That's the world above, you've been there. Now this is important. Did you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes I did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Again, perfect. Now please, tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. I don't remember how I solved it. I'm trying to remember, but I can't. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. That's the interesting thing, is none of these answers are giving an answer that it can be opened, or it can be gotten past. So trust me, you don't want to go over there. Oh no, but I do. We do. We need to get over there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. Okay. But then that's it. No more dialogue, you just go to the next room. What was that? Oh, it's a little fireplace. I never noticed that before. more you know. Tis. And another end of the room. Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? No, I've been right here this entire time. Absolute fools. I suggest you go and see the puzzle sometime. It is not meant to be solved, but you can sit in the black space in the middle. Why would I sit in the black space? Oh, it's plenty peaceful. It may not seem that way at first, but you'll come to think so in time. Eventually. Oh wait, I didn't actually realize I could jump. Oh, but I can't jump on this, so it doesn't matter. Are those books? Okay, I thought that was sheet music, but it's not. I wonder if you're able to take a screen cap of that and see what they say. It would be difficult, but still.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
Okay. Here we go. Woo!
It's a lamppost.
It's a lamppost.
Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long.
Okay, 77%.
Now he wants
Congratulations.
something to hold on
My
to.
brain
He wants a
hurts.
reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something.
You need to
He wants
chill,
a
Mickey.
destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
I like watching the light effect move around the lamppost. Oh, and it fades out. You gotta take like a rest day of rest. 6 hours of gameplay, 5 deaths, 77%. This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. Listen, all notes you see are left by other players. That would make me happy. It didn't. Oh, Minty. So we gotta take a break. 6 hours is a long time. You had 2 12-hour streams just recently. Nice room. Not rude. What do you expect from people on the internet, though?
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy, trying to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
Sacramento. Imagine. I know. Hello. I don't want to read those out loud when the narration is going on. Reasonable.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you.
That's
Nothing
ridiculous.
extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Everyone read this.
Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person
Hey.
who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
Guy over there wrote much wrong.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
In a world full of notes, one man will read all of them. This summer, you will believe blue speech bubbles can talk. Do you feel like a hero yet? This game is so nice. I would like it when I could. Cool cavern, bro. Nice. I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing else will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see it again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I'm crying now. I'm tired with my eyes out. I must go now to do that. Classic. Do not be afraid. Do care. Nope. Yeah, everything's alright. Sorry, I'm all good. Had a small interruption there. Tell you a secret. Once upon a time, I did define fun. I'm king of the world. Can I fall? Yes. No fall damage. Integrated. That's ridiculous. I noticed you guys joined the server. I know it's dead. Would you like me to make something like that? Actually, oh my goodness. Ryun. Actually, I can do it. I'm a fool. We'll see if this works. Hey, there you go. I made us a very beta server called Chronos Time Zone. Although I looked at yours, and yours looks way nicer. Boring. Ooh. I can assure you, guarantee that there is an acorn somewhere here, in this place, and the sailors are looking for it. Very lucrative offer. Yes. Hey guys, looking for someone to talk with. Aw. You know, I'm setting up bots. I don't have any bots yet, so I might need some soon. I refuse to believe. A non-believer! Such a child for laughing at that. I need to go to the freaking bathroom. What's an up-bot? Recognize me, please. What's up, bot? There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. A free t-shirt. Need other side door. Why you so? Makes game. Includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. Door how open? Open sesame. Oh my god. Someday I'll meet the person who made this. What a fun thought to have. I've had that a lot. Help people because of the internal good feeling I get. That's one of my favorite notes in here. It's like, same, bro. New room! Do you hear the chimes? They keep you going, don't they? I would like very much to be desired. It's not very crowded here. It's even sadder when you have one person writing all these. Scared of writing something, don't want to feel judged. Game where you leave notes and suddenly everyone's a poet. Don't bother. You can go in here, I think. Welcome. Congratulations. I don't really know where to go with this. This is where I get off. I'm compelled. I failed to write anything here. Stop, turn back. Proceeding further will only result in misery. See, I wonder if you can jump here. Take my hand, let's jump together. Yeah, there's no way to jump down, it's all invisible walls. Sag. Cabbage shapes our nation. What's that painting? I'll send you guys some pictures on Discord of journey to the Savage Planet I took. Alright. It does not matter if you ever get over there. That's so sad. Very good game. 5 stars. Hey, don't talk about me that way. I think this is not going anywhere. Next time I will do better. Me too, Blue Speech Bubble. I need someone to talk to. Hello? They have photo mode filters, so they look dope AF. Alright, that's pretty cool. This is a note? Sure is, I think. Don't listen to the other notes. Can I fall in this hole? Nope. So I can't fall in the other one, and I can't fall in this one. And it's got a brick wall next to it, which is just like the past was behind her, which is interesting. I'm not safe. So there's like a little connection there, maybe. There's all the winding paths. Today I learned you cannot fall off. Ethical. Boop. Go over here. Well done, all of you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did she like the light change? That was weird. Dark Souls message system simulator? It's true. I saw a person walking down there, now it won't come back. Devil Tower Star. Those are all tarot cards. Important to remember. It's about how this game is pretentious and you all suck. Who are all of you? I sent them. Awesome. I will look at those later. Whoever made this has issues. Ask me, dem what's. Dem what's, Minty? Painting, what does it mean? What's this one over here? Stop faking it. Art. Okay, you got me, Minty. Hey guys, how's it going? Just hanging. Help, I'm trying to speak. I think it's bad things look messy from up close and improved from far away. From up here just looks like dots. Is that your evil laugh, Minty? Cabbage shapes our nation, same as the guy over there. We will all die someday. That is very depressing. Stop pretending you are other people. Spoilers doesn't mean anything. That's interesting. Stop pretending you're other people, and if you think of it, it's all Coda. Devil Tower Star, again, twice. Only makes you more important, right? Maybe I'll feel real someday. Son, what is the point of Cabbage Shapes Our Nation? This picture's the only thing that made me enjoy this game. He was himself the most horrible creature you could imagine. Well, I'm here now. Yeah, we're all here now. Oh, must be a reason for it, though. Reminds me of Wind Waker when you can take pictures on that camera. His terrible secret, he kept it well. I beat the game! I wish. More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means.
That's another one from twice.
Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Seen everything, I've traveled the world and never told anyone. I wish there were notes in the real world. Just play Dark Souls. Begin with the spiraling nonsense. Spiraling because oh! There's more dots. That's 4, right? I've never seen that one before. Downward, keep digging.
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on.
Ooh. Let me know what you think, Karna, when you see him. I will. I'll give you my thoughts. Does this puzzle have a solution? Oh my gosh, manipulating now. What do I do? How? How? Doesn't make any sense. Like a door and open. How do you solve it? Developer answers, please.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Oh. Is that new? Was that always there? I've never seen the light before. And there's more here that are just the same size, just like that first one that was inside of the 2 doors. How do you leave notes? Are you there? Please say something. Could be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why am I so much actively talking? Speak, 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 speak. My ears! Ah, ah, ah. Is the typewriter really, really loud? Porn
Okay,
stars
this one
die
is
too.
tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Fun room. Oh. Oh, can I? There we go. Fun level design. I didn't realize the typewriters were going to be that loud. I'm very sorry if I killed your ears, man. It's the couch. No. Oh no. Is that the second couch in this game? Let's start counting couches. Oh.
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over,
Batman
use the same
reference?
assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
I don't get the Batman reference. I'm a plebeian. Okay. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? How about a TV with surround sound, a refrigerator, or put a giant hole in the ground? Feel free to offer suggestions. Let's do a refrigerator for this one. Nice. Good fridge. What about along the wall of the room? A huge picture of a horse, a washing machine, or 10 stoves lined up along the wall. How about 10 stoves? I'm sure that'll be great. Yep. I'm glad that it takes these into consideration. I think we should light up this room a bit. Skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. Oh, ooh. Live testicles in each corner. Yeah, that's the one. Good stuff. Great. You know, they're making these testicles more and more modern. The table, you need a table. There's a table right here. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? Pretty sure none of my choices make a difference. The tables were invented in 1935. That sounds accurate. Pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Awesome. Oh, there's no shelves. There were shelves. Whoa.
There's a bit more to this one, but still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Fun.
So,
Whoa.
okay, he throws it out and starts over.
IKEA?
This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
I forgot that happened. Hello, please walk forward. This guide will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. Oh, first click on the table. There's 3 dots. Oh, good. Go over to the photo frame and click here to turn it slightly. Turn the floor lamp in this room off, and then turn it back on again. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over this. We got table, painting, turn that on and off. Left side sofa, move it. And then touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, escape when that open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. That's 5, right? I'm gonna say that's 5. Never mind. What? It's the guy from IKEA. I thought Steam crashed. Oh, you did? Oh.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Great.
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Alright, here we go. So instead are we in a overpass? Is it a... I can't actually tell, it's so dark. And it looks square, not round. So I'm not actually sure what we came out of. We've got like a hedge maze. Fun. A street lamp, of course. Can I go around here? More importantly, too spooky. I'll go in the phone booth. Okay. Hello? Who is this? Our only option. Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. Oh, the beep noise. You're me? So you're trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture maze and escaped tutorial
It's a
or their first
conversation.
prison.
And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share
That's
what's
what I
on his
heard.
mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Kind of miss being in the prison. So anything about it that you feel good about? Being here sucks. True. Maybe I only like things once I don't have them anymore. They do that too, I guess. But is that just how I'm going to be forever? I'd really like to change that. No, I think I'll find a way to change. That's what I'll say. I'll be encouraging to pass me. Well, if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? I'm going to say, yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. Maybe it'll persuade him to help others. What did they tell you? What did you do to get out? Told me it was to be sincere. They asked me how I felt about being imprisoned, or they just talked to me for a while. They just talked to me for a while. What? That for radio? How does that work? It will make sense. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I will be here for as long as you need. Aww.
I can
Aww.
see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
August 2000.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone
Crickets
other
in the
than
background.
himself?
Oh, whatever that noise was. I think it was crickets. I kept expecting something to jump out or like run at me whenever I get in the phone box.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Wonder if we can find the dots. I feel like they'd be on here. Somewhere. Could be up there. Alright, we'll go inside for now. The wind howling. He's very good at making these large and like empty feeling games. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself. Right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy homes.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games,
This is
including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on.
Cleaning this whole
From
place.
here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Cool. Story, little one? Don't you worry now, we'll be through this mess in no time. Promise you wish there was more. Why don't I finish up here? In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Much nice, that's the table I want to see. Now would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed. Okay, so I think the bedroom is over here. Yes. There we go. While you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. How'd you end up doing this job? A friend dragged me along at a time when I was particularly desperate for cash. Turns out I never felt so good doing something for money my whole life. Never like cleaning my own home. I might have got some demons I ain't ready to face yet. But speaking of demons, someone's put this couch all in a mess. We should come out and straighten these pillows here. Oh dear, look, someone's put a drink over by the couch. Can we mop that up as long as you're here? I feel like I'm compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. Go on. No? No, stupid, sorry. Never mind. Hey, this dish is supposed to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Oh, it makes me so sad. That's the trick of the tub needed cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best as you can? Not to be perfect, we're all just human. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? There we go. Perfect. Well, okay, perfect. Now then, how about you come and clean these dishes off the table?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost
Yeah,
feels like
kinda loops.
cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
These stories never end. Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you have absolutely got to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So don't be with the task at hand with the future choice to future you. Present you want to split the
I
rug
know
in the
that Coda
bedroom,
really
believe it or
liked
not.
this game.
Trust me on this one.
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Looks like the tub has gotten rather dirty. Would you mind tidying it up a bit? This one makes me happy. Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought. I was gonna say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it, and it takes care of you. Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it. That's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Anyway. So, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books. Would you please clean up the books? Thanks. I like this one because it feels like it has a different voice from Coda, too. The housekeeper.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Can't have full snow to a messy couch. Question. Answer?
But,
Do you enjoy
of course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Wait, I didn't notice that. All the windows disappear? Huh, so you don't have to go to the door, you can just walk out through the windows. And just windows, the entire walls, they just, boop, gone. Huh. What are the three dots here?
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right?
No.
That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Really thought that was the point of it. Items
This
you love
one
and
gets a
only
bit
prices.
goofy.
Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? It's definitely one of those games that are hard to chat about. It's true. To get a better job, to make relationships more meaningful. But I gotta try. No. You came here to become perfect. Just any thoughts you have, I'll take them. Or you can just sit and enjoy. Suppose you can teach you how to be perfect. And with your friends, people in your life look at you and think. Took more pictures, nice. This person is a better human being than I am. Right now, who do you think about that in the way in your own life? Who do you know who's so well developed as a person that make you feel disgusted with yourself, compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful? Then to make you into that person. Can't look depressing, but they work. This was the best though. Perfection is within your grasp. The question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so
About
easy.
halfway through the game, the
Being
perspective
perfect is
shifts.
effortless. Oh. There we go. Looking into
And
the
you play
vortex.
as the teacher. And suddenly,
The
you
key.
discover that your
How do I
teacher
choose
is
no
just
effort?
as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Oh, yeah. On the way to work, I can elderly person start contributing to society, catching up on their dreams. Boom. This is the key. How do I achieve with no effort? I say right now it isn't effortless, then it's not the right answer. I still love you, just leaving me feel cold on the inside. Being alone must be awful. It's so sad to see all the sad inner thoughts. Thank goodness all you perceive me as being wise and intelligent. Drinking is not hurting my life, and if you're searching yourself trying to find the right solutions to your life, you're not doing it right. Send it my way, Minty. Indeed, let's see those depressing pictures. Cena's the one person here. You're just gonna be happy until you love me. This is for you. Secret the only one thing. What's the easy, simplest path forward? I'm developing a cyst. Gross. I got you. See other things flying into it. Haha, just kidding. Anyone want to do some ecstasy after this? There is no truth, there is no path. I'm trying to make it all yellow. I don't know if I get anything for that. What if I'm not a good teacher? Okay, you guys, something's coming out of the back of the room. Look out! Do what is easiest, do what is simplest, feel what is true. It's so sad that Steve Jobs died of wigma. Yeah, that's gonna be one of the next quotes. Nothing. No one. It's coming for you. It's gonna destroy you. Everyone, run! Run! You can see it slowly
I felt pretty
expanding.
hard for this one. I feel like it's
Perfection.
one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
Don't I know?
I think about this game a lot these days.
Okay.
This one took a lot longer
I
than
like
all
the
the
pricey
others
one.
for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's
4
twice as
months.
long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's
Right.
particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Oh, it's so interesting. Steve Jobs died of Liquid. No! It's not hard to be perfect. Just gotta be born that way. I know. Tell me about it. It's not natural. Or it is natural. It's not something you can learn. I would say you'll understand one day, but whoop, that hurt my ears. All right, performance is beginning. Places, please. Oh, and the scene we'll be playing is me. We are at a gathering of professionals. First, start leaning against this wall. All right, perfect. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Wise. Interesting. Oh, you're happy right now. So, I've done hello before in the past, but I'm gonna try sorry I have to leave. You're leaving? You can't leave. Letting your animal brain make decisions. Bigger than that and have an actual conversation with her. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Babysitting needed a better view of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I gave some props to work with. These comments that bounce when you touch them will represent people nearby. I talked to her again. Alright. I'll bet you've learned to lean into the pain. You're messing it all up again. You'll regret if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Didn't I realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. That first response is different depending on the choice you choose, but that last one, I think they're all the same. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. Get a lamppost here. Yay! Oh. Scared me. Cool. Okay, yes,
The
no, this
game
is what
ends with
this
this
is what it was
eerie
like.
premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
Oh, I don't like the sounds that come up
But
when
what
you're
can you
in the
do?
dark hallway.
After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
June 2010. Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Alright, my eyes are closed. Okay, I'll open them. Because I don't believe you can actually do anything. Oh! Help, I'm blind! Oh, this giant door in my vision was black. You can't see anything either. I'm blind! SS Whisper. Please someone talk to me. I have no idea where we are. Look at my giant door. Yeah. Okay, yes. SS Whispers, it's the same as the other
You
ship.
should probably
F.
open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much
Nice,
impossible
Deb.
to solve otherwise.
Can't die like
And there
this.
is a solution, by the way.
And the way to stop and speak to me honest. I'm bursting with creative energy. No, that isn't truthful. Okay. It didn't refresh. Oh no, I had changed that before stream. If I wanted to happen, because I changed it the day before. I had to change it manually. Dang it. And now it's 13 deaths. Okay. Speaks to me that is honest. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it, that's the truth. Now that reminds me. Oh yeah. No, I didn't change it!
Like
I
I said, I
forgot.
was getting concerned. First off,
I'm
he's
a
never been
failure.
this explicit in his work about
Wait a
exactly
minute.
what he's thinking. So, where's that coming from? But then, even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas,
call
but
me out.
he literally just can't think of new ideas
Is this
anymore.
Groundhog's Day?
And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing.
Whew.
Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
Oh, so sad. Because he's just egging it on, the other character. I have to work harder. We're going to be okay. Oh. That sucks. I'm sorry. I failed you, Ryun.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
I didn't
After this
update the
game,
joke.
it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
6 months, dang. And the stage one took 4 months. House cleaning one took 2. Oh. Hello? Oh, here we go. How do I get out of here? Alright. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. What's wrong? You look lost. Aw, I have nothing left to give to my work. It's so sad. But a very pretty fish was going out. Oh no! What's happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. Trying to find some engine to protect me started again. Can I? No, I can't jump off. Yeah, pathways. I think I know where it is. What is the ocean sound? It isn't far. It'll take me to it. Okay, what is the ocean? The water. Where's the water?
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
Okay, I can do that, but there's a problem. It's going to be a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal? Deal. Okay, so is this the water I heard? Perfect. Come along, I'll show it to you. But now the water, you can't even hear it.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him,
never mind.
this was a result of how isolated he was.
Here's the
He
puzzle.
was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Okay, so this is helping solve the puzzle. I should open the door. I haven't seen the three dots at all in this one. At all. Okay, now you have to close the first door. Going through the entire puzzle. It's not here either. And see, there's not the same light. It's not a hole. It's just a space. Coda? More like literally me. Closing off, depression. Now press the switch here. Yay! Ha, that was so simple.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Trust me, you'll see. They say their work is fun and easy. So the game development is simple and joyous, and you love it 100% of the time. Alright, making games is effortless. That feels wonderful. But it wasn't true. I beg to differ. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. I'm constantly excited and enthusiastic about my work. Yes, that's wonderful. Oh, look.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
I promise this will work. Please continue. Pain breathes effortlessly off of me. Yes, more.
I don't
Keep
know.
going.
This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Incredible. Makes me so sad. Oh.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
Whew, fun times, fun times. May 2011. The Machine. Okay. Ma'am, glad to see you arrived safely. I've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. Very good. Should be wanting someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. There's one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. So interesting. Oh, Em, what are you doing to get with it? What have you done with the machine? Did you capture the machine? Will you tell us? Ah, paparazzi. You did the work you said it to do? Not
Of
like me
course,
at all.
it's the machine.
You stopped. Your work was keeping us alive. It's only because your creations any of us can make it through every day. So sad. I've been so alone. Like, how can you say this to someone? Apologize for leaving me. It's even worse, he's putting it through on himself. I've seen the thing you fear. Like, alright then, I'll apologize to people on your behalf. Like, imagine, like, how can you just say that to someone? It's so sad. Nope. My friends! It falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. We will find a way to live without it in its games. Let us show it that we are not failures. Oh no. Follow me, we'll destroy the machine. Oh, this is so sad. Come back. Yep. Oh man. All Gurists are the same? Anyway, yeah, we just go through here. Just destroying it. Destroying everything. Oh dang. I'll make sure you're known forever. And that one's a lot better.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive.
Literally.
And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly
Mess
after he
with
made
my
it,
brain.
here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is
Oh,
stuck in his own
guys.
head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him,
Woo.
and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of
Gurists are the
isolation.
same. That's what it looks like. Whoa.
And so,
Aw,
as
this is
I'm
my
thinking
favorite
this,
one.
I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh no, no, not the game room. Still, just the... That line always rubbed me the wrong way. About him showing the games to other people. Cause, oh, whoa, okay.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning
Wow.
game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Oh. Remember No Russian? Was that one of the games in the room? Oh, I see. I sank and depressed. I can't do mission. No! Put down your weapon. Oh, literally any button I pressed automatically made me take it. Oh,
Can
I
you
don't
see
wanna
why
do
I felt
this.
like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work
I
is
can't
good,
even move.
that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
The feedback. You should play this game so you can understand my suffering.
So anyway,
Maybe I will.
Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while.
I'd have to buy it first.
So this is June of 2011,
Okay.
and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
I'll probably talk a little less for the first part of this. Are we at 5 or 6 sets of dots? And I haven't found one in every single level. Okay, here we go. What's this way? Oh, they both go. Oh, all roads lead to
And this
Rome.
is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work.
There's no
Because
light
more than
source.
anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
Definitely. And this great thing is weird. Because this is a great thumbs up. Oh. There's some
This
sort of
room
light source.
actually has a maze in it.
Yep.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable.
Ugh.
The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it
Trigger
actually
warning.
seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Boop. There we go. Developer texture. Yeah, and actually, Smoogle have tested it. There is a way you can use cheats and stuff with code and actually make so the walls are visible and you can actually go through the maze
And to
as
be
it was
fair,
intended.
it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Right. Okay. Got a code.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly
It
guess
is.
the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's
But
frustrating
worth
to me,
it.
because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
That sounds wrong. It's so many levels. It does. Okay, so this is the interesting thing. This code, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Or 15, 16, 17, right? It's actually really interesting. Because, if you remember in the conversation game, there was the code Devil Tower Star. Them being actually tarot cards, and this level actually being named the tower. The tarot cards, Devil, Tower, and Star all in a row, being the 15th card, the 16th card, and the 17th card. So that's the theory behind the numbers, is that it's actually from the reoccurring tarot cards that you see in the conversations game. Nerd! Okay. Thanks for that, Rune. I was trying to give my interesting insight on that little tidbit of the game, but never mind. If we see the 3 dots again, there's another nerd fact I want to share. They face downward. Interesting. Ow.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Boop. See, there's a switch.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them...
He just cuts himself off like that.
I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
3 dots. I think that's the only time he actually mentions and acknowledges their existence. I wonder if, my brother would have played Fantastic Four Golden if you'd see the message appear. Okay, I see how it is. Too bored with this one.
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
That room back there reminded me of that one scene in the Labyrinth movie, where it's like all turns into an M.C. Escher painting, and then you have David Bowie wandering around all the staircases. This...
Where did I screw up?
It hurts, man, it hurts. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Oh, it hurts.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt...
I called it.
It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You've so infected my personal space that it's impossible.
The people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. finally, for a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Do you stop taking my games to improve against my wishes? Giving this one that is not used to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Your worst critics is the person who never had internet access. Boom. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them. Shoot, that. That's the worst line. That's the worst line.
And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
It's trying to come with new ideas and not make me depressed. Low points are just part of the process. The fact that you think I'm frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. Which is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything. There's no switch.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in.
Oh, dude.
I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Did I mention Fortnite? Epilogue. It's nighttime. It is nighttime. Unless it's more of the thing that I don't know. Fortnite Battle Pass. Sure. Ah. It's 5 o'clock. It's practically nighttime.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
Shoot, man. This game gets to me a bit. Just a little. Can I jump off here at all? Where am I going? Did I miss the door? Oh, I missed the door. If you think about it, there's a lot of interesting stuff. And if you were curious, my take on the 3 dots, I do have an opinion what I think they mean. Or like a small pet theory.
Solution.
As fun as I said, turn his heart in this game, and I'm talking about exactly.
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate.
Shoot, it gets to me.
Wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Yeah, for real. Like, his
Maybe he just likes making prisons.
told so many people he was depressed. Like, you're telling people he's depressed. Here's his games that I didn't ask for permission for to share, but play him and tell me what you think so I can fix him. Like,
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
I relate to Davey so much in this, especially the end where he's just. Nope. Tearing his eyes out. You guys are talking about Fortnite. Jeez. I'm shaking my head. This is the 3 dots.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Whenever I see 3 dots, it makes me think
What
of
now?
math. And the mathematical symbols people would use to describe words in shorthand. And if you have
I think I need to go.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. So I'm just gonna... Okay.
Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, was there another one here? I don't know. Because I don't remember it because it's the epilogue, and I'm not sure if this is actually one that is considered to be made by Coda or one that's made by Davey at this point. I mean, it's very, very different than Coda's works in some ways. But the 3 dots remind me of mathematical shorthand, and specifically, like 3 dots in a triangle formation like that. There are 2 technical answers, which one is therefore and one is because. Rising sand. But the difference is the orientation. Technically, because is the one that would match Coda's triangle, or Coda's dots. But even then, Coda's dots are not the same distance apart. They're different distances, which is what makes it different from the other triangle. Got the mission done. Congratulations. So proud. I hope you took lots of nice pictures. I hope it was satisfying. Dang, I want to do Isaac tonight, but I started so late, I don't think I'll be able to. But it's alright, I'll be too emotional for Isaac. Scale tissue. Spelling issue. For real. Scale tissue. I don't know if there's like a cover on those or not. Oh. Would you look at that? Intentional, okay? Yeah? Is that what you said, aw? Sure it was. Okay, we're bullying too much. Nope, it wasn't. Yep. There we go, floating up again. Aw. You can't see the bottom of the universe this time. You're just not smart. Whoa, Minty. Harsh. Just gonna ignore that feeling, like, you know. like I'm gonna get all sad. Cause I'm not gonna get all sad. You're gonna get all sad. This is nothing. But I do think it says a lot about the creative process and the meaning, like how Davy adds the lamppost, trying to find a branching thing. But what's already there is the dots. But he doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand the dots, so he has to make a new thing to connect the games for him. Almost. That's what it feels like. So then, I don't know. It just feels strange. Like it's not good enough.
Turn back,
4R.
turn back from this cave.
Actually, fun fact. The
You said, let me
thing that
prove
said,
that I'm brave.
I feel physically sick or physically ill when I'm around you was one of the messages that Coda had in the other area.
The cave goes for miles and miles.
There was an interview with David Red, and he said someone had actually said that sentence to him, and it was someone who had a name that started with an R. I will say though that people have concluded that Coda is not a real person in that way, in that he might be based off of a real person, but there was no actual Coda in that way. So even in the way of the game, when he says it's talking to himself, that's the same thing with the actual game as a whole. Is it's Davy talking to Coda, but you googled it, that makes sense. Well, it's a curious thought, right? No Coda, F. I know, right? Yeah, it's all Davy. Shoot. Oh, it makes me sad. Okay, hold on. We'll swap those. I'll quit that. Oh, jeez. Oh, I wish I didn't stop right now. But I have to cut this one short. Because I have stuff that I forgot to finish. Chores, life, getting in the way of doing cool streams. Although, got to show the beginner's guide, so that is something. Goodbye. This might be goodbye for the night. We can chat a little bit. Just for a bit. This is very short for my usual, but that's what happened. Good night, grown up. Good night. Good night, Minty. Good night, Rian. Thanks for coming down, guys. I appreciate it. Less than 2 hours today, and I did put the Discord in, so you guys can join that. No more sadness. That's right. Less than 2 hours today. I know, it's one of the shorter ones I've done. Begun. Yeah, thanks, man. The only sad thing is, oh yeah, I'll check out your pictures too, Minty, don't worry. Only sad thing, I will not be able to stream next week. I am going to be in a different area. We'll call it vacation or whatever, but I will not have access to streaming. Dang, I know. I'm sorry. But week after should resume business as usual, usual programming after that commercial break. It's sad. I'm very saddened by it too. You know, 795 to make it post Discord link every so often. That's a good point. I should. I already have it say random stuff. I could have it say Discord link. That would be cool. Thanks for the idea, Ryan. I'll use that. Don't worry, I'll try and work on some stream stuff while I'm on my quote unquote vacation so that things might be a little more updated and have a little bit more features. I joined? Awesome. Perfect. I didn't check yet. So, thank you, Minty. Appreciate it. You're a real one. Alright. I gotta get ready for my day tomorrow, but I'll see you guys next time.